And we should be live. You got an Eddie girl, and what's that? The other tree are not in my line of sight. Oh, no, she's right here. I don't know where Pixel is. I can hear him running around, but I started the stream on Facebook to do today, just gonna mix it up a bit to see if we get a few more people. Hopefully things are working. I wonder if we can, yeah, I think we can. We can kind of layer these together. Well, maybe not. Yeah, I still think all of this needs to be under something. Let's see what happens if we try to make it a scene. I doubt this is gonna work. Let's find out. It's already saying that. Yeah, we'll see. Right, can't. Hey, that is actually working. Why is the player broke? Do we want it to be unshaded, or do we want to actually drive the same value for a mission, I wonder? Get rid of the alpha. Do per pixel. Oh, we could do per vertex shading. Drive a mission. Do we interpolate the camera? So you can't sit. Oh, it's like, okay, so you have focal length instead. Curious of how the auto exposure looks. So cool. Why are the events not showing up? Alerts? Person follower? Like, I saw a follower, but don't see who. Why? Community... Stream manager? Oh, Mordak. Mordak420, thanks for the follow. Hopefully you're doing well. Like, this is not bad at like 50 meters. You're unable. And I think the auto exposure, just playing around with settings to see how things feel. It would be cool to leave, obviously the exposure will need to be adjusted, but it'd be cool to leave on the depth of field and just use it, like if you're really drunk, it starts kind of like affecting your vision. I mean, like, you're like, trying to do this in hard mode. And like when you're looking through panes of glass, it kind of disappears, interestingly enough. It's probably just the bloom working against us. Hard to say what should be blurry and what shouldn't be blurry in a space game. Yeah, I don't know why we're kind of doing this double thing. We should just really, for each station and station, and we could technically do an OR on this. So there's still 5 classes that still have some arrays in them that are not initialized. I don't know why that's here. That's weird. Ew. Okay, fine, that's fine. So gas, food, and metal. So metal will be the default. Food and gas. Hey, Redstone, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Hey, Outfrost. How was your stream, Redstone? We'll fast forward this a little bit, I think. What's fun was starting to write a Minecraft server in Python. Oh, that's cool. Let me give you a shout out. We're just here in the insanity, which is netcode. I finally have authority switching working, so I'll just show you guys here. Let me switch over. Now, that said, because I just added like more cargo boxes, I've probably completely messed up how all of this works, so you know, but progress be like that, you know. Let me switch this to my ultra wide real quick. Alright, so we have Revere. And we'll make this one be redstone. So we got redstone, we have Revere. We're gonna bring redstone over here and spawn in redstone ship. So I'm going to be the observer, right? So, redstone, their ship's now in, we're all good. We can go, we can jump in, take authority. All the weapon systems are working. So, ignore the... Oh, I gotta fix that bug. Just leave the gravity volume. I have to reset my gravity here. It's gonna... This or okay, there we go. Alright, so this is kind of what's new. So no matter who has authority, right, I should be able to spawn in pipe gas, process food, right, maybe like one more gas. There we go. Not selling. There we go. So like all of this is replicated perfect. But what's neat now is it doesn't really matter who has authority. Right, like we can all grab cargo boxes or snap cargo boxes back in. And in the case of redstone, so this redstone just took this one. I mean, they're all, you know, he purchased it, but we're gonna steal it. So Redstone has a cargo box and a ship. Yeah, stuff underway. Ignore the glitchiness of the camera. That's something that I need to fix with the interpolation. Really? It's still doing it. Gotta fix that bug. Okay, so cargo box. Let's go and join them. Yeah, something with the camera interpolation is like not saving. Also should be in here, right? This interpolation is on. Without a debug one. And if anyone is bored and wants to help test the game, you guys are more than welcome to check on the Discord. A bunch of stuff right now in QA I need to bang out. Oh, the Streamlabs bot keeps going down. No, I'm fine. I'm officially out of coffee. We need snacks. It's all water. I don't know, water don't sound like cheesies or chips. think we'll do a hold R to like start a weapon. Or just switch to 1. Or refactor the... Man, the player equipment I haven't touched in a while. So player equipment has just hands, tool. Okay, so there's a slot for it. We really don't have a reload, I don't think. We do have a reload. What's reload added? I wonder if I should do a weapon wheel. Maybe we'll add a flashlight as well tonight. Oh, weird. Why is the mirror of the camera not like messed up? Make sure that change works online. Yeah, the new playing set for some reason. Yeah, I mean, we do want the reset to happen for holding R for a while. So key bindings, reload is R. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna want to use a timer node for that, or no. So, I'll be right back. when we go back to main menu, we need to kill the multiplayer pool. UI path indicator for Tro. Add a second like to have. Okay, this is old stuff. Weird, why isn't it reset? Need that disconnection. Wait, it's only rotating the character that's actually doing that? Weird. How's it going, David? GTA, is that 6? How's it going, Andrea? Yeah, I gotta get the camera order fixed. Hey Dreams, how's it going? Trying to stay busy. I'm doing pretty good. I actually got over one of my big roadblocks for the game. On the netcode side of things, which is awesome. Oh, I'll show it to you. Check this out. Got 2 months not moving. Your life's gonna go crazy. Yeah, I can imagine. So check this out. Dedicated server. I don't know how much VRAM I got, so I'm gonna log in as Revere. So Revere's in. Gonna log in as Dreams. Dreams can be purple. Alright, so we have Revere and we have Dreams. And we have the new all the new systems that I've just been working on are now in. What's up, Revere? How you been? Do you play us anymore? I'm coming up to a year break. I've been working on my game, man. Check this out. Let me give you. This is the gray box testing, so don't mind how crazy this is, Admiral. So watch this. So I'm Dreams. So Dreams is gonna come over here and spawn in his own ship. So this is Dreams' ship. I know it's mine because I can actually pop off all the components. You know, it's all working. Let's go and from Revere's perspective, ignore the camera jitteriness right now. That's something I'm working on with the interpolation. So you know, so this is Dreams' ship. I can prove that it's Dreams. So I can go and jump in. All the animations are all working. Right? I can take off. So ignore the jitteriness right now is the camera interpolation thing I'm working on. Right, it's all stable. And now what's new, if I come over here and land, oh wait, we're so this is what's new. So if I switch roles, right, so that we know that was Dreams' ship, and we're all good. So if I go now and take over Dreams' ship, I now can. Authority has been passed to me. So everything's now all working. I can now take off. Oh, hang on. This gets a bit check this out. Let's I guess I ignore the jankiness here. So cargo. Okay, let's head over here. Like here we have cargo. So let me spawn in on the server 1 gas, 1 food, some metal, 2 more gas, and we can see that all of that is over, so we can kind of see. Right, so all of the cargo cargo grid, right, is working. And watch, I can take authority of any one of these boxes I want and snap them in place. Right, it's all fully dynamic. We can work together. So myself and Dreams, you know, we can grab the cargo, and we can go and like throw them around at each other, throw them in the, you know, in Dreams' ship or mine ship, you know, because Unforgiven Space doesn't care about authority. It's, you know, if you get your stuff stolen, you know it's stolen. Right, and everything is all working. We can take this now and stick it in the Dreams ship. guess I'd ignore the. I'm just going to take Dream's ship, and we're going to go down to a planet. Yeah, and the jitteriness is just a camera issue that I'm having right now, because I'm adding interpolation to the camera movement, and it's being jank. Just ignore the. So I've just bought a box. Anywhere. How have you been, Admiral? Yeah, so we gotta fix that jitteriness. Because it's not the IK system, because when you independently look around, Smooth, you come a long way. It's all working, dude. That's the great thing, right? Like I'm at the stage now where everything is working. I can go kind of more final art. Like all the systems are kind of in place. I just need to make UIs for things, Just make UIs for everything, and just have people play the game. I got a dedicated server running 24/7 now. It's not bad. How is the teaching still doing that? Nope. I work in finance now. Right, like this is so much stabler. We gotta get the tractor beams themselves working in multiplayer, like making sure that the actual tractor beams themselves are applying themselves, and that the effect is applied. Like everything is working. It's just that. Interesting that this is only client. I'm thinking a lot of this is the camera. Like this jitteriness is from the interpolation not working on the character. Right, there might be something set on the model to turn it off. You have a business background? Nice. Without elaborating, have you financially flipped with your new position? Are you less stressed and do you have more breathing room? Oh man, I don't know. That's a hard one to kind of judge. The job is a lot more complicated than what I did. Like, I don't know. I guess the multiplier is the same on both fronts, but it's the challenging aspect of it is kind of what makes it fun, But it's like deadlines and building stuff and. I get to have DoorDash every day, so I can't complain, Yeah, this is nice. Being able to actually push these around, regardless of who owns them, is super cool. Yep, just gotta switch authority. I have a huge change ahead, so fingers crossed. Yeah, work-life balance is always key, and sometimes it's not worth the money. Yeah, I want to get the studio going. You know what I mean? Like my goal is to get studio going. You know, get Unforgiven space turned into a service, and you know, like make it real. So even the stutter here, see the light itself stuttering? Like when I move the camera around, it's fine. But it's supposed to be taking the sun position, wherever the sun actually is. But the fact that I'm moving and I'm getting jitter, it goes to show that there's something weird about the interpolation on the camera. And it's that's actually messing it up. It's only when the character is moving. Because if I decouple and just kind of free look, it's fine. Yep, the prison system's working. You can actually like repair. Like so much gameplay now can go online now that I have the look at the authority all working correctly. Like it's like they're just doing the stuff. Like my backlog now of QA. Switch to the other small one. Right, like this is the Tuesday's my first visit to surgeon post-op. I still don't know how the procedure went. At least, okay, so the surgery's all done. Yeah, welding stations were messed up. Oh, it's after I disconnected everyone. I don't know why this. Where is my pickup? I have it running. It should be. Maybe I closed it. Yeah, so there's everything in the QA that I need to test. If we can get all this knocked out, if I can get some more testers. Hey, thanks for the sub. I don't know why that sounded so terrible. OBS, man. Thanks for dropping that, Twitch Prime. Yeah, I want to do the remapping system, and then we'll just JSON the control schemes, but I don't, you know, it's not super important right now to have that working. Yeah, we don't, yeah, don't add a key binding to open the debug. Add a menu, key bind to open debug. I don't think we need a key bind to open the debug menu. In the debug menu, add the redo to the current gravity volume that your character is in. I want to be able to open the debug menu and see what, like the ship gravity. That's actually not bad. Actually, you know what? Yeah, that's actually not, yeah, that's not a bad idea. Let's do that real quick. All these labels, yeah, let's actually add a grid. Yeah, Steve should do a grid container for key value pairs, 2 columns, layout minimum. Let's do 200 by 300. Maybe like 250. And then we'll do these, but in a grid container. Yeah, as a frame rate, can just create a new one, child name, label. FPS. This will be the FPS value. Debug. Let's just do that up here, actually. Kind of do both, actually. If the player no, it's a network player. Really? It's gotta be a string. I don't have linear. Yeah, wouldn't it be like, isn't the rigid body of the player exposed? Are you still liking the Godot, you mean? It's pretty good. I'm a fan. There's definitely, you know, there's issues. They're not, you know, but nothing too show-stopping. You know what I mean? This grid container. Team override the font. No. So I want that text to be a bit smaller. Reality volume. And we'll make sure this works. Must not be setting it. It must not be registering the player into the UI. Yeah, I don't think it is. Because we're not actually getting the gravity volume. Like speed either. Yeah, even the NPCs are not working either. I think we've added it, but not really. Because we're actually like returning to the load. Yeah, that's try debug. We can always do this because we'll always have it. And we'll do this. This is not visible, we're just gonna return. Yeah, I don't think I have the NPC on. Raycast is our camera raycast, I'm ready. Yeah, so if we leave, we should actually see the gravity area change. Except for the gravity area is really big, as I come to realize. How big did I make this thing? Okay, good. Yeah, that's actually a good call. That was actually a good. Whoever reported that bug. Easy win. Easy win. So much in QA to check. This is all like today. We'll do the ADS stuff later, follow camera later. Be like maybe like a camera sprint. Spawning push the oh yeah. That's gotta go. We need a system for canned PCs. Maybe a custom NPC resource, because then this will get taken care of. Yeah, because we have an NPC resource. Yeah, let's actually that's a good idea too. It's under resources. I don't know if I have an NPC resource. I have an asset database, NPC asset resource for the male and female. Could do a new folder. NPCs, custom NPCs. Hey, 15 raiders from Settlex. Settlex, this is actually an absolutely great. We get some crazy progress here. But there's that little glitchiness in the camera that's kind of making that progress not look as cool as what we want it to be. But we got it all working. Everything working. Settlex, did you want to be a tester of something interesting? Ooh. I mean, you've got a second. I mean, it's a, you know, there's a lot of things that we can test it, but thanks for the follow, Bob Escola. But let me show off what I'm working on. I'm working right now on a custom NPC resource database that'll be used for like adding viewers like yourself as an NPC, like it's just a configuration array of NPCs or custom NPCs that have persistence across the builds. So, but oh boy, let's just save this. Let me give this class some structure, and then we'll go and show you guys what I'm working on. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it having that name, but we'll probably leave it there. Let's see. How was your stream? Okay, debug UI. Okay, let's go. I really, really wish the camera wasn't like. Just don't judge the camera, guys. But check this out. This is like the obvious. Let me just go here, change it over to the widescreen. Yeah, let's hit play. I'll show you. So we have full ownership, authority working, switch of authority. So here we have a test server running with 100 NPCs. We're going to bring in Revere. I'm going to be a cyan this time. So, okay, so a bit of Revere in here. All right, just give it a second. There's a lot of data because I have a lot of NPCs. That's intentional. All right, so then we're going to bring in a Sedilix. Okay, so bringing in a Sedilix. Boom. Sedilix is joining. So we have server character, we have Sedilix, we have Revere, all the weapons and things are all like, you know, synchronizing, getting there. So this is what's new, right? Sedilix runs over here, Sedilix spawns in a ship. Now we've seen all this before. This is, but there's something different about this. Like I said, this IK, this interpolation of the camera is going to be broken for like moving a RAM. That's going to be kind of annoying, but you know, just ignore that aspect of it. So let's go back to, you know, Sedilix who spawned in his account. So we jump in with Sedilix. We know that Sedilix owns the ship, right? We have authority. So you can see all the weapon systems are working for Sedilix. He can take off. He can land. You know, we're not gonna go too crazy because we've seen all this before. So this is what's new. Authority is now optional. So check this out. If I go back to Revere, right? So here's Revere. Revere is gonna go take Sedilix's ship. And now it's Revere's ship. And now Revere can take off and Revere can go. And that works for like the co-pilot and pilot seat, so we can switch authority. You know, you can get out. So let's go show you what's new here. So that doesn't just apply to this. Watch this. Let's go over here and on the server, and let's, as Revere, spawn in 2 gas, 2 processed foods, and 2 metal on the server. Let's go back to Sedilix. Sedilix notices all that's happening. It's all fully synced. But look, I can grab some of that. I can reshuffle it myself, even though I don't own it. I have full authority. I can take these out. Right, so I'll take out 2, and I'll put my 2 right here, because we're going to be working together. And then for Revere, right, there's the 2 that Sedilix is taking out, so maybe I'll take out these. We'll lay them here, you know, and maybe I'll take like one of these each. So here's like my pile, and I'll take the last one here. So as you can see, we have our own little pile of so collaborative gameplay will be if they have to be highly functional. Yep, that's the whole plan. But now, like, authority is so dynamic that I can have this box be a thing and I can throw it at you. You know what I mean? And you know, we can actually toss stuff at each other. So for the person who has grabbed the box, right, they can push it around. No problem, right? Because they have authority over it, right? If I but you know, you can easily just kind of grab it and then it's yours, and then you can push it around. So it kind of works with see, it all everything's stable. And now we can actually, like, because I know it's Sedilix's ship, or I think Sedilix, maybe I drove it last, I'm not sure. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, it's over here. So whoever owns the ship can go ahead and load it up. So I'll just jump into the seat here. Right, we can literally like switch roles. I can just turn this a little bit. Okay, I'll back it up. Okay, there we go. Now this button here, like the state of the door system is not fully working. So that's why it kind of reset, right? So that aspect of it is still kind of jank. Like that wasn't meant to be online yet, but you know, we can now put the boxes in. Boop. Right? Yeah, yeah, it's small stuff. Nothing too crazy to worry about. But this is like well, everything now is actually working the way that I want it. Like, you know, for ship like so ship components themselves that are detached from the ship will act exactly the same as, you know, like loose cargo that have been detached from the cargo grid, right? In this state, they're not really, you know, I mean, we're not sinking 100 pieces of cargo. We're only kind of technically like despawning them and spawning them per frame into the world with a version that's like a network object, right? And the same thing with the ship, right? When we go and take off the component, right? This component that we've removed, right, is kind of in the world. But once it like detaches, it's a ship configuration, right? So like this component, once it's snapped on, for you know, like kind of reconfigures its own equipment, and that's how players see it. But like it's not its own game object. You know what I mean? Like once it's attached, it becomes one once you remove it. You know what I mean? So it's all the same same logic, same code. Yeah, yeah, exactly. They don't, you know. But it, you know, the new, but it gets kind of. Let me show you one more thing, and then we'll, because I need people to help test some of this stuff. Now that we have physics interpolation in Godot, I want to show you one more project, and you're gonna be like, you're gonna find this one to be super, like, super cool. Commit. It is 12, so we'll push the rate on to someone else. So remember my zone system I wrote? I know if you guys remember the zone system. Zone system was this physics system fully from scratch. It allows multiple characters to exist inside these nested physics zones. I had a bug with them, right? The bug was due to the way, like, once we've already received the information from the server about that character, when I'm copying the positional data into what I would call the actor, once the actor, and chances are this might fail, but we're gonna try it with two people. So I'm gonna connect. So we have two people. You can see as I'm crouching, there's a little that little ghost delay. That's the physics version of itself, right? And the regular version of itself. So we'll see if this will work first time. The chances are it's going to. The issue is I'm going to get thrown out by the wall of the physics zone. You have to enter it specifically from above. So now I'm in the physics zone. So, but this is where it gets great. Let's see if I can catch myself again. Nope, almost. I'll get it next time. We'll get it the next time. Oh my god, okay. One more time. Because I don't want to bang into the front of this thing. Look at this. So there's no gravity yet, right? But look at how stable this is. Right? completely flawless. And we're moving around in space and we're doing our own thing. We can jump up and down. You know, it's no jitter. Yep, everything is perfect. Let me watch this. There's the station, and we just walk backwards. Look at that. That's the issue. The issue is I get kind of launched, but while we have the one player, no, escape blows it out. Anyway, it's fully working now that we have physics interpolation on the client side. So very, 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 very soon, all of this will come together, and you know, because all the prototypes of everything are kind of working. The economy system's working. Like, I think I've finally finished all the individual little things that I need, right, to make sure that things can scale and that they work and that the zone system works fine, and you know, the ship zone. Wherever I even have half of this stuff. Right, there's the ship in the physicality. Right, this is the ship's zone. Right, so there's it's just an area of pure physics. Right, that you're running around in doing your thing. Right, these are the exit points. Right, this is the actual gravity area that applies a local, you know, gravity override to you. But yeah, the ship looks like this in reality, you know. But it's, you know, this under the hood. So this is simulated separately from how you see it. But yeah, I'm gonna go raid someone. I was gonna show you this on your server the other day. I popped into your Discord, but you were actually streaming. So I was like, it was like, you know, once we realized the better way of passing authoritatively, which is still this crazy convolution of like 7 RPCs, but you know, because you got to handle late joiners, and there's a lot of stuff I wish multiplayer spawner would do. Yeah, and there's still some interpolation stuff that I need to turn on. But thank you for showing me the universe. I rated it in, see how things are going. Yeah, it's going great. Like I'm very, very, very happy with you know, like where it's going. And I think very soon, you know, I think the project will grow a little bit because we'll have the universe server always online, and it'll be less prototypey. You know, it'll be more playable. It'll start becoming a game now. The gameplay systems are going to start coming online. Yeah, there's no engine swaps on the horizon. Yeah, we're not. You know, like the zone system's a bit much. You know, it's a pretty crazy implemented solution. It's going to take a while to implement it into the main game because it changes. Like every entity has 2 versions of itself. Like you just separate. I mean, it's no different of a Unity game object, and you're just splitting it into here's all of the physics and here's all the view. So you have like the actor version and the physics version of itself. So that way the physics version of itself can be represented somewhere else that you're just copying that relative transform information from, right? But it still means like there's a whole bunch of refactoring that needs to happen for the game objects, but you know, it's not like end of the world. I want to kind of, I'll have to like do it in a way that, you know, like certain game objects will have, you know, zones, and others will just be one-to-one. So like they'll be simulated in real space, you know, one-to-one, you know, and for custom ships, like a player ship, right, their actor version of themselves will have the triggers required to teleport the, you know, the characters into the zones. So in reality, it could just kind of, you know, just get the players all working, and for the most part, those player actors and their physics selves will be kind of one-to-one. Like they'll stay one-to-one for majority of the game, pretty much, and then once they enter, you know, a station or a ship, then they'll go to that zone if it exists. So I think we can do it that way. And fine. But anyway, I'm gonna end it here on YouTube. We're gonna find someone to raid, and Thank you again, Sedlix. Let me give you a shout out. Like yourself, Sedlix, very soon. I feel like very soon I'm going to be in the art land, you know, like fully, and that's going to be cool. You know what I mean? Like just being able to get over these systems, right? Like, and obviously there's going to be improvements to the systems and everything. That'll never stop. But to be able to just focus on art is super cool, you know? Yeah, because I've already started. Bring it up here. So there was a lot of stuff, Sedlix, like that I lost, not lost, but like did not have set up correctly in the first place. Like the way I kind of did things. Come on, Windows Shift, thanks. Oh, I'm using the full screen view. So when I was building out the ship, as an example here, right here's the ship, and it's more complete in Blender form. When I was making this before, I was making things on an individual level, and then bringing them out to Unity, and then putting them back together in Unity. And it made it very hard to prototype, you know what I mean? Because I was in Unity doing it all, right? I would go into Unity, I'd make the materials, I would, you know, and you know, that works, but it makes things way more complicated. And now what I've done is I do have this design version of the ship. So I have like, you know, the regular empty version, which is like it's imported into Godot and then individually kind of swapped out. But you know, like that's the you know, the current. But then I have this design version, and this design version doesn't get exported. You know what I mean? Like it's more of just to take all the individual collections that I already have here, which, you know, are all, you know, finally like save all the different panels, and just being able to play with it. You know what I mean? And see how things work. Like all the different, you know, chip modules, right? They're all here now. So just organizing everything, right, is what I'm working on now. So that way, you know, I kind of have a better view of things. I do the same for my overlay project. It's got a lot of stuff all over the place. Yep, and it kind of gets it's hard to manage a lot of this stuff, right? But at least now you can go in and feel, you know, I mean, I got some lighting happening, right? Like it's not crazy lighting, but I can kind of get a sense of like how I want things to kind of feel, you know, yeah. You know, bringing the materials back in the Blender is super refreshing. And I can actually, for every one of these things, I can actually go and, you know, like open up the prefabs and actually work on these things, right? But that's what I'm working on now. I'm redoing the hangars, right? Because the hangars had to be all changed because, you know, they kind of need to support this new type of object where the ship can be stored. Like I want medium-sized ships to be able to be stored down below and then despawned, but they add a lot of volume, you know. So I'm thinking, you know, so now I got to redo them, right? How do we make them smaller, right? In some ways, and bigger in the others, and like how do we really, you know, kind of make the level design way better and more modular for everything. So those are like the questions, right, that I need to be asked, and that's kind of what I'm doing with the you know, different versions of things, right? You can use a lot of little simple shapes, you know what I mean, to kind of create the illusion, you know, that things are smaller. You know, they're still kind of slim, but they're not. There's being like multiples of these kind of coming off of a hanger module. Animation, bridge detail. And eventually I want to get into my bigger capital size ships, you know? Some of these big boys, you know? Got a lot of cargo. Yeah, it's huge, right? That's what I was trying to do here, is just create a very interesting... I want something, obviously this is like really low poly. Like super simple for a reason, like nothing too complicated, but just to get some shape. And I thought about just doing it like a regular cargo ship, you know, as if a cargo ship, you know what I mean, didn't have a... If a cargo ship and a Star Destroyer made a baby, you know, and it would be filled, obviously. It's just the whole ship was just a core substructure, right? And it just attaches cargo. So it's kind of like half dragster, you know what I mean? Half like kind of... I just figured that'd be cool for like, you know, originally players won't be able to fly those type of ships, but they'll exist in the scene. And there'll be different, like kind of like larger security capital ships, like for the police and stuff like that, just to keep the player kind of at a disadvantage. And these guys kind of move like volume around to kind of help simulate the market a bit more effectively, instead of having to simulate, you know what I mean, like 20 NPC transactions. You can just do one with, you know, bigger inventory. So I was trying to find what I was working on. Yeah, I've been going through too much stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna go end it here on YouTube. I'll see you guys tomorrow.